It's like,
it definitely makes a difference because the Lakers are fighting for that spot.
What things are in place for like if a referee messes up on a call or whatnot, right?
Yeah, what type of consequences or discipline?
And then you're out here, if the players talk back to the referees or whatnot, they're getting technical. But half the times this season, the players have been right. Like, yo, that actually was a foul. Right. The 2-minute report comes out a day or two later or whatnot.
And
the NBA is like, that was a foul.
Report. They don't like the 2-minute report because it's useless.
Yeah.
They're
not going to change the results of the game.
You're not going to change the results of the game. And the refs aren't getting disciplined. You don't even know these refs' names half the time. I mean, they do say the names at the beginning.
Those refs be out of there, man.
No one be knowing what it is. It definitely makes you wonder, is it more so just about entertainment?
Right.
Because, of course, a Boston-LA game, everybody would love for it to go into overtime. Everybody would love for it to go into overtime. Did the NBA just, like, that referee's looking right at the play. It's an obvious foul. Or are they just going by the rule like, hey, it's the last second of the game, we're just going to let them play it out?
I'll say, like, though, with LeBron James, though, like, he doesn't really get a lot of foul calls, though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
they don't call just
because he's way bigger or whatnot, he's able to handle more contact, and so therefore, like, the referees don't really give him that.
That's true. I think
should be changed.
I do agree with you. He doesn't get as many foul calls. At the same time, he gets away with a lot of calls. He gets away with a lot of travels. He gets away with certain calls where you're like, that's a travel, and he's just getting away with it because he's LeBron or people came to see him play. It's interesting, though. I'm seeing a lot of bad calls in the NBA. A lot of bad calls, and it makes you just
wonder. It's
like
near the end of the game, too.
The players are going to have to come together and do something that say, hey, these referees, because at the end of the day, no one really talks about a specific referee. They might say it was bad NBA officiated or whatever, but everyone talks about, the Lakers didn't make the playoffs again. LeBron James getting old. And it's like, no, LeBron James put up numbers that game. Right. He put up numbers and would have had a game-winning field goal. That goes down in your career, your record. When people look back and they're like, oh, man, who had the most NBA game-winning field goals and how many points? All that stuff goes back on your record. So it's interesting. It's something to keep an eye out for. Definitely on these NBA refs. Yesterday, a lot of people felt like the NFL referees were tripping. They gave the Chiefs a redo.
The Cincinnati game, bro, there was a lot of questionable calls, man, because Cincinnati should have had more flags. Or the Chiefs should have more flags.
On Vint called
against them, yeah.
And it kind of seemed like
going against the replay, it's like
to be in the Super Bowl.
The Cincinnati coach was literally yelling at the refs like, yo, you didn't see that or whatnot? Right. It was like, I don't know.
The 49ers coach was yelling at the refs too. People were hot with those referees.
People were hot. The fans were mad, bro.
The NBA, after that Boston LA game, they came out with a statement and said, it's tough as everybody we're all human, we all make mistakes. That's not what you say when you're dealing with $1 billion corporation like the NBA with billionaire teams and millionaire players who are perfecting their craft, and some of them won't get invited back to the team or won't get their contract extended if the team doesn't win. You don't come out here and just talk about we all make mistakes. If that's the case, we need robots refereeing the game. I know we can get some AI technology refereeing the game or something.
Man, I want no AI technology.
We can get some robots refereeing that won't miss a beat. They'll be like, that was a foul. You hit it right here, that was a foul.
I don't need no AI refereeing the game, bro.
Well, I don't know about these NBA referees right now, man.
I don't know, man.
So we got to see.
Hey, shout out to the good ones though. Shout out to the good ones because there are some good ones in the NBA.
Yeah, there's some good refs who haven't been brought out. The shout out to the good NBA referees, and we always deal with this, man. When I was in high school, we had a referee who had one eye. I'm not even playing. This guy would be calling calls, and it was too easy to say something because he had a patch over one eye, and then he had the other eye.
Oh wow!
So he literally had one eye. He had one eye, and whenever he called a foul, it was just like, bruh, you couldn't even see that. Like, what are you talking about? Like, how are you gonna call a foul? So I understand being frustrated with the refs. I wasn't really a player who got all technicals with the ref and stuff like that. I was pretty cool. But I've seen some bad refereeing, is what I'm saying. I've seen some bad refereeing.
College, high school.
Yeah, make you wonder who's paying who. Because at the end of the day, you can get paid to miss a call or two.
Probably.
Be like, hey, if you can go one way or the other, go our way. We'll pay you to go our way. You can't control the whole game, but we do have instances of the NBA. I've told you about Game 6 of the NBA referees. Kings versus Lakers 2002
Kings
playoffs.
hasn't even been to the playoffs since.
They still trying to get back to the playoffs, man.
We might get to this year.
And it was proven that he had been gambling on the game. So these NBA refs ain't getting paid much. These NBA refs are getting paid like they're six digits, but it's like 100,000, closer to that.
Yeah,
they're not getting paid like the players.
But they also pay for like their traveling and whatnot.